Well, good morning from the Epcot Flower and Garden Festival. Really glad to have you here with us today. We're about to have an adventure. We actually had a little bit of a lie-in today because I waited, I'm dead serious, I waited a few seconds after 7 o'clock. It was hard, but I waited and we got boarding group 100 for Guardians, which means that we didn't have to be here immediately because my method usually works very quickly. Yesterday I got group 5 for Tron. You should check that out because that day was a lot of fun. And today we have group 100, so we were able to have a leisurely lie-in and kind of excited about it. But we're gonna let other people have this spot for their photos because that is a great shot. All right, here we go. I love the new epic entrance music to Epcot. It sounds so cool. I love this. So over here, right by the center, and at this time of day, it's not all that crowded, so you won't have too many extra people in your shot, is this World 360 shot that they do here in Epcot, where you can all be a part of it. It's pretty awesome. And it's being taken right over there, and you get the Epcot Spaceship Earth in the background, and the fountain. Really, really cool. There is a really nice breeze here in Epcot today. It feels lovely. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Is Spaceship Earth in the morning looks so promising as a ride to get on because it's the first thing you see when you walk in. And even now, as we're coming in later, it's still got a 25-minute wait. Trust me, it will go down to like a walk-on later this afternoon. Don't get on Spaceship Earth first, right? We're heading into the creation shop to get our new annual pass magnets. So when you come here to the creation shop, you just go into the first entrance you see along the construction walls, and you can get your new pass holder magnet with Figment on it, which makes me so happy. Just so you know, they are scanning your tickets and they are checking your ID. They're serious about these. And one thing that they warned me about, apparently these are being stolen off cars almost immediately. So be very, very careful when you are buying these because you want to make sure that you don't get yours stolen. Don't put them on your car here in Florida, and they're actually recommending not to put them on your car at home either. They're saying that people are talking about them getting taken. So, Figment magnet, put it on your fridge, enjoy it. Aw, look at the fantastic topiary with Mickey Mouse and Chip and Dale, my favorites, and Pluto. Love it, love it, love it. Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, and they look so lovely in their flower outfits. Hi, Figment. Okay, I usually try to get, close up, and I don't really think about perspective. But I want to point out that these people are walking. There's people standing in front of Goofy. That's how big this Goofy topiary is. This thing is huge. I don't think I've ever seen this one before either. This thing's awesome, though. I love it. This is what good character interaction looks like. Pluto, off he goes with the family. That is fantastic. Michelle has spotted her first treat of the day. We're going to see what she thinks of it. All right, you've had your sip. What do you think?
It's pretty good. It's not really strong on the orange flavor, but it's also not overly sweet. So it's good. I don't know.
Would you buy it again?
Maybe. I'm not going to go actively seek it out, but if we end up back here later, I'll get one.
I just want to tell a little story about Michelle and I. When we got married, we came here to La Cantina de San Angel, and we had lunch, and we were here, and it was really, really empty, and we ordered margaritas, and they had just opened the machine up. And we finished those margaritas, and we're like, oh, those are so good, and stood up and realized that we had basically, because they were the first margaritas they served, drank all the tequila out of the machine, and my wife and I were like, oh, God. It was an interesting day, to say the least, but at least it was our honeymoon. This is really lovely. This is something new for the Flower and Garden this year. This is a succulent tower that they have created here at the Mexico booth by the La Hacienda de San Angel. And these are really lovely. I mean, look at these flowers. These are stunning. Well done, Mexico. Well done.
Mariachi Cobre, and we hope you're having a beautiful day here at Walt Disney World. Now, we have been performing our traditional music here at the Mexico Pavilion now for over 40 years, since the day Epcot opened.
As you can see, the Mariachi Cobre receding in the distance. I love live music. I'm a band director, so I can't not stop and listen to amazing musicians. So good. And Mariachi Cobre, as I said, 40 years here at Epcot. Just fabulous. So I love your stuff. Michelle and I stopped at the Lotus House in China, and we each got ourselves a spicy mala chicken skewer with creamy peanut sauce. It also has some scallions on it. We also bought an order of the house-made fried cheesy crab wontons, and I got myself the Cherry Blossom Pilsner Draft beer. We have had the variations on these, the chicken skewers, before, and they were excellent. So this is like just the new version of them. I've never had the crab wontons before, so I'm looking forward to trying those. And the beer I've already tasted on my way over here. It's got really nice hints of cherry in it. It's a nice, light and refreshing beer, especially for having it with your lunch. We did just notice that we have some nice sleepy ducks, DisneyDucks, right near our spot. Hello, cuties. Another thing I want to point out is that they're still doing construction on the World Showcase Lagoon to remove the barges. Michelle's very favoritist things. Your favoritist things, right? Favoritist.
Yeah, favorite. So here's why I hate the barges. American Adventure, you look across, you see barges. You don't see Spaceship Earth. That's why I don't like them. And they're ugly.
But they're also trying to add some construction in for whatever is replacing Epcot Forever. But they haven't announced it yet. So, Lotus House. What'd you think of the chicken?
That was good.
Oh yeah, excellent. That chicken, the peanut sauce, the spicy peanut sauce is so good. It's the same sauce, but the chicken was definitely different, especially with the scallions and the seasoning they put on top of it. I like that one better than the last time we had it. It was very good.
It's one of the better serving sizes too.
Yeah, it's huge, and I'm probably not going to get much for a little while. But newsflash, Michelle likes something with the word crab in it.
I only have a bite, so.
Yes, you had a bite, but you did a good job, and she didn't grimace, and she was like, "This is good." Michelle doesn't usually like fishy things, so having her being able to have that was and enjoy it was nice. So yeah, I told you, mostly tastes like cheese. Anyway, off through the World Showcase. One of the things I absolutely love here in Germany is the TrainSet, and as the train passes through the town, I want to point out that the town is also celebrating Flower and Garden Festival. Isn't that awesome? I love the fact that they have the Flower and Garden Festival banners on there as the train goes past the town. Very fortuitous. We just walked past American Adventure, and at 12:45, my favorite singing ensemble of all time, the Voice of Liberty, is coming out in a minute. Cannot wait. I love the Voices of Liberty. I love them.
Hello everyone, and welcome. We are the Voices of Liberty!
Woohoo! that was fortuitous. Oh my God, I love the Voices of Liberty. We were walking through Italy when I found out from someone I know who was here that he was in here to watch the Voices of Liberty. So we're like, oh, let's go and catch them. We caught the whole set. First off, the rotunda's gorgeous and heavily air conditioned. So if you need to cool off, the rotunda's a great place to do it. And you can listen to the Voice of Liberty sing, which makes it even better. Now, Michelle, what was your comment as we were coming out about the outfits?
Well, I know they haven't gone back to their traditional outfits from years ago.
Yeah, the Victorian era outfits.
Yeah. I like how they're doing the color scheme, like the women wearing blue, the men wearing red. Whereas the last few times we saw them, they were all just not mismatched, but red, white, and blue.
They're doing like a mix and match kind of outfit of American style clothing.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to describe it.
And they're still doing, well, the women at least weren't all wearing the same kind of dress.
Yeah.
But I like the color scheme better.
Oh, and they were so gorgeous. I threw a little segment in there for you, and we'll put the full set up on the channel too, so you can check that out. Just, such amazing singers. And then afterwards, they hung out and talked to you. And they were actually genuinely interested. They talked to me about being a band director for 20 years, and I talked to them about like the chord changes and the vocalizations and the just the whole thing, and the arranger. Just, I love the Voices of Liberty. They're the best performing group on site, hands down.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, I came to the Magnolia Terrace in the American Adventure after our lovely concert. This is the Central 28 Beer Company Pretty Things Ale. That is the Wicked Weed Brewing Daylight American Light Ale. And this is the Parish Brewing Company Ghost in the Machine Double IPA. I have had these two before and I've liked them. The only thing new is the Pretty Things Ale, and I'm looking forward to trying it. Before I start the review on the beer, I just want to point out that they're playing The Sons of Liberty from Johnny Tremaine. If you haven't seen that movie, it's a great Disney movie about the Revolutionary War. You should check it out. Anyway, here is the Pretty Things Ale that I haven't had before, so let's check this out. Oh, that's really good. It's got good ale seasoning, and by that I mean like the hops are correct, that the ratios are correct from malt to hop for an ale. This is really good. This is very refreshing, especially since it's kind of hot today, but I found a nice spot in the shade out in the middle of the rotunda, so gonna enjoy my beer here. The next one I'm gonna try is the Wicked Weed Brewing Daylight American Ale. This one I have had before. It doesn't want to come out of the holder though. This holder, by the way, this is my one complaint about these beer flights. These cardboard holders are just, they're awful. They collapse, they don't sit right. Ugh, hate them. Anyway, cheers. Yeah, just as good as I remember. This is very, very like sessionable beer because it's not too heavy and the flavor's not too forward, so you don't get tired of the flavor. It's just standard. It's just going to be your standard light ale. You can easily drink a lot of them, and probably dangerously. And then the Ghost in the Machine Double IPA I've had before. This is everything you want in IPA, and it's hazy, which I do appreciate about high IPAs. Oh yeah. That's a really good double IPA. I love that one. Michelle will hate it because she hates double IPAs. Yeah, definitely enjoyed that flight. Good job, Magnolia Terrace. That's a really good selection. I think actually of the three, even though I love that Ghost in the Machine, I think I'm gonna actually go with the new one, the Pretty Thing Ale. That's actually really, really, really good. And I'm gonna finish that one last.
Pretty sure I did this last time I went over to the, I don't even know what it's called.
The Regal Eagle.
That's it. The Regal Eagle, the outside bar. This is the blood orange cider that I get every time we come. This is a blackberry sour moonshine or something like that. I don't know. They're both good. Can't decide, so I get both. I'm gonna need more food after this.
One of my personal favorite topiaries is the one here in the Japan Pavilion. Just, first off, it's gorgeous. And secondly, I like the fact that it's a combination of like succulents and ferns and then your standard things. And it's just, and especially with the setting with the gates behind it and Epcot, I just love it. I love this one. I'm a really big fan of this musical bamboo garden because as the tubes fill up, here we go, they play different things. And that was really nice timing on that. But, oh, here we go, tambourine, bucket. And there's a few of these set up over here in the Japan Pavilion. And it's like all different kinds of sounds and timbres, and just a really, really clever way to use water and bamboo. Very cool. Michelle decided she had to stop and get her favorite two things combined together, cheese and bread.
Why are you making fun of me? I approve.
Michelle and I have made our way over to the Land Pavilion for one purpose that we'll admit, which is we want to see the annual Passholder lounge. But the other purpose is because it's freaking hot out here and we need some AC. So in we go to the Land Pavilion. Ah, yes. Glorious air conditioning. It's a little brutal today, but the Land Pavilion's always great. What do you do when there's a 5-minute wait for Living with the Land?
Wait for it.
Yeah, you get on it. Just a little thing I want to add in as we're riding in here on Living with the Land is the Garden Grill restaurant as it rotates through this tableau with our monkey friend over there and our alligators. So just a little thing about if you get Garden Grill, you get to go through all these really cool areas of Living with the Land.
Welcome to our living laboratory, where scientists from Epcot and the U.S. Department of Agriculture are exploring innovative ways to produce bountiful harvests now and into the future. Think of fish, but fish farming or aquaculture accounts for nearly half of all the seafood consumed globally. Plus rice account for nearly 2/3 of our global food consumption. Learning how to increase yields of these staples is an important goal of research around the world. Plants grown in this way use a fraction of the space required by traditional growing methods. That saves water and increases production. The aquaponics system on your left combines hydroponics with aquaculture. The fish provide a natural source of fertilizer for the plants, and the plants help keep the water clean for the fish.
Just want to point out that we got off of Living with the Land, and now it's a 10-minute wait. So if you see it 5 minutes, get on it. It was so nice and cool. Definitely cooled us down from the weather today. Michelle and I made our way over to the annual Passholder lounge to check this out. There is like a charging station and water, and they give you a pack of M&Ms and apparently a sticker. We're in the Passholder lounge, and not only do we get a pack of fun M&Ms and a nice sticker, but we get to sit at a cool table with our buddy Figment. Okay, while we were sitting in the Passholder lounge, our Guardians number got called. So we're about to do the long, hot walk across Epcot to get on Guardians, one of the best rides in Walt Disney World. Pro tip, on your way over to the Wonders of Xandar Pavilion, you can turn left right at the Creation Shop. And when you get to the Creation Shop, you can walk through it all the way through in the air conditioning to stay cool. But our boarding group, number 100, has been called, and we're heading in to save the galaxy. One of the things I do want to point out inside the Wonders of Xandar Pavilion, besides the giant projection with the AI talking on the ceiling, is that this space, as you can tell, has lots of queue in it. We're getting very lucky as we are literally just walking through it. So we must have gotten here right at the right time after our virtual queue got called, because we are not filling this entire space, which is how we've been pretty much every other time we've ever done the virtual queue, except right at the beginning when this ride opened up. It does look like it's stopping up in the upper room, but we've been in it where we stopped by the door as we walked in. September.
What have we done? I think we jumped back. All the way.
Well, we got the Kunga Curse. That's the song we get the most, right? Yeah, we get the Kunga the most. Now, it's a great song, so that one works just fine for me. I love it, as you probably saw. But I love that ride. And I figured out something that's actually really, really clever. They actually put the ride speeds up as you go around the moon and then go around Earth. So it's using orbital mechanics to make the ride go faster. I think that's a pretty intelligent way to handle that. So I just love that ride. Totally worth the wait today. Totally worth the wait today. Yeah? Yeah. And so now we're making our way to Italy, which is all the way across the World Showcase for our 4:40 dining reservation, and hoping that the sun stays behind the big fluffy clouds. Thank you, fluffy clouds. On our way to Italy, we stopped in the Germany Glaskunst, and I need this $80,000 Spaceship Earth for my house. So, anyone want to go in on it, and you can come visit it sometime at my place, that'd be great. But, wow, this thing's awesome. So Michelle and I have dining reservations here in the beautiful Italy Pavilion at Tutto Italia. We haven't eaten here in about 10 years. Normally we actually go to their sister restaurant right here to the right, which is Via Napoli, and it's set in such a lovely pavilion. We can't wait to eat here and share it with you. As you can see, we're already inside and sat. We walked up, checked in, got called to our table right away. We're sitting in a nice two-seater in the kind of like a side space, so it's a little bit like not as wide open. So it's a little bit quieter, more intimate. I got the calamari fritti with marinara picante, which means it's a little bit of a spicy sauce. You can see the red pepper flake in there. This looks phenomenal. Our amazing server, Giordano, has brought me a Peroni. I order one of these because I've always liked these. I always get them over at Via Napoli. I don't even need to drink it to tell you that it's a very light beer, but with good beer flavorings. They do an excellent job of just making a good, solid ale. So I recommend the Peroni when you come to the Italy Pavilion. So Michelle ordered something very standard, but hold on. She ordered fettuccine Alfredo. However, she also ordered meatballs to go with it, which I think is a pretty awesome combination. I ordered the bistecca, which comes with crispy rosemary potatoes and green beans, and they had them put some fresh ground black pepper and Parmesan cheese on top. This looks good, right? So I'm going to say this. Giordano, our server, you were amazing. Michelle 100% concurs with me on this, and I can't tell you enough how he's attentive but not annoying. He knew exactly what he needed to do to bring out the food at the right time. He was timing everything perfectly. He was attentive to our drinks. He was quick to bring out anything we ordered. You know, I appreciate service like that. So Giordano, I'm going to make sure as much as I can to get you as many compliments as possible. I can't thank you enough for being awesome. Michelle and I are going to make our way into the park. We don't know what we're going to be doing next after dinner, but this meal was just fabulous. Well done, Tutto Italia. It's nice to come back to a restaurant and it's still just as good as you remember it. There is an old school thing from Epcot and the Walt Disney World in general that they still do that I love. And my microphone's casting a fun shadow. And that is stickers. I just had a conversation with a cast member named Rick at the American Gardens Theater, just talking to him about who was going on in a group called Element. It was a local cover band, and he gave me a pile of stickers. And I feel like a little kid because I got a pile of stickers and I'm happy about it. With the beautiful Skyliners passing overhead, we've gone to the new section of France, and we're heading back to the Remy Ratatouille Adventure ride. Currently, the sign says 40 minutes. The nice thing about Remy's Ratatouille Adventure is that most of the queue is covered or inside. So even if it is 40 minutes, it shouldn't be a problem. And besides, we rarely get to ride this ride just standing in the queue. We usually buy the lightning lane, and today we're trying to do it without doing that. So, Remy's it is. As we were walking to the line, we watched the sign go from 35 minutes to 55 minutes very quickly. So Michelle and I are going to do a little experiment. We're going to time it and see if it's actually 55 minutes. We're going to still do it anyway because this ride's fun. 40 minutes in line, and we just now made it into the Paris skyline scene in the queue with Cousteau's marquee. This marquee is kind of fun. It actually interacts with you from time to time if you kind of pay attention to it. It looks around. Sometimes it tries to light up its star. It's a lot of fun. He talks from time to time too. We're rat styling.
Hey guys, the food is for them, not you. Bon appetit. And meal.
I want to point out that while we exit Remy's, the tiles are nice and big. And then you shrink back suddenly to human size as you step onto these tiles. I think that's a really nice feature of that. That was fun. Did you enjoy it, Michelle?
Yeah, always.
Okay, so Michelle and I got what we like to call got by Disney. The app said 35 minutes. As we made our way up here, it switched to 45 minutes. As we entered the door, it switched to 55 minutes. As we went to in the middle of the ride, it switched to 75 minutes. We waited that long, 59 minutes, 55 seconds, to get onto that ride. That was quite the wait. We do enjoy that ride. However, we don't think it's worth 55 minutes. Not, especially since that queue is only like half themed out. Like the first half, you're just kind of standing places that really don't change much and don't really have much to offer. But then you go over to the room in Paris, it's supposed to be the Paris skyline, and then you end up in the rooms with the artists, where the artist is drawing the instructions for the ride. And then the ride is great. But I don't know if it's 55 minutes wait, especially if the half of the queue is exceptionally boring. We still enjoy the ride. You should too. We just don't recommend waiting 55 minutes. I think under 40 is a good amount for that ride. Just want to share this beautiful Epcot skyline with you. We have this thunderhead over there, and we're heading towards the Mexico Pavilion because I'm going to pick us up some margaritas from La Cava del Tequila, our favorite place to get drinks, so that we can sit and wait for Epcot Forever. We actually found a really awesome spot. I will show you that once I have my margaritas. Here is the menu for the margaritas and other specialties from La Cava del Tequila. If you'd like to scan, I'll zoom in down here for you so you can see the full menu. But personally, I like 3 of these margaritas. I really enjoy the blood orange, I really like the El Diablo, and my wife really loves the Dragones top shelf. If I'm feeling it, that's the one I will go for, but generally I will go for the El Diablo or the blood orange. Michelle almost always gets the Dragones top shelf. So if you come around the port of entry shop, which is what this building is right here, that's the one to the left of the World Showcase, you will come around and see a bunch of picnic tables, some of these standing tables, like this one, and my beautiful wife. And we have found this spot directly across from Japan, if you can see right there, and the American Adventure is right there, and Italy is right there, so that we can watch Epcot Forever from this spot. This is a really lucky find for us. We found it about an hour before fireworks started. I was able to get over to La Cava del Tequila and get us some drinks to pass the time. And we're looking forward to the show because this is all the nostalgia that I love about Epcot. And look at that lovely cloud structure we have going over there with some cumulonimbus clouds. I'm hoping they don't come this direction before the show. Epcot Forever. That was fun. It was really well done. I liked it. Hope you liked it too. I got a really great shot of the whole thing, so I will put the whole thing up for those of you who haven't seen it before. It was really fun. As a nostalgic Epcot guy, you've heard me talk about it on this channel a lot. If you haven't, you should watch my videos about that. But it's got all the old Epcot songs that I remember from when I was a little kid. So that was fun. That was fun. It was really good. It's short for a Disney show, but it's okay. It's okay. I still liked it. I hope you did too. We had a lot of fun today in Epcot. Hope you enjoyed coming along with us. What was your favorite part of the day? Leave a comment down below.
If you really like our stuff, hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps us out and we'd appreciate it.
Yeah, we would. And like we always say, we don't like to say goodbye because we're going to see you real soon. So we say, see ya, bye.